Hello loves, welcome back to my channel. Some of you are actually coming from my previous reading, so if that's you, then hi again. These will feel like independent readings, so if you haven't watched the last video, that's okay. It's not, it would just give a bit more context to this one. So if the title of the last video speaks to you, definitely go back and watch it. But this reading was like exploring this message around abundance, and that's kind of where we left off. Excuse me. And of course, in anticipation of this reading, I had already started to shuffle a little bit to give me a bit more structure to this reading, and I actually had two cards already come out, one of which was in our last reading. So we have this Tower in reversed. It was also reversed in the last one. So this is just an indicator of the part of the collective that has just come out of a period of like darkness and upheaval, and now you're moving into this abundance. So this Nine of Pentacles, also signifying this abundance and financial stability. I was at first a bit confused, like why the Tower in reverse was coming up again for us, but it's kind of interesting. I'm just going to read the part that comes in here. Fear of pursuit and confusion. A reverse Tower card represents internal upheaval you are feeling now. Perhaps you are yearning for a major life change, but are afraid to pursue this potentially confusing path. This card encourages you to stay focused on the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like that kind of speaks for itself. I think that there is, if you've already been receiving messages that you are moving into abundance right now, and the Star card at the bottom of the deck. So this is for the people who were in my last reading for sure. But if this has come up on your timeline, it's obviously meant for you, whether or not you came from that last reading. So it seems like if you've already been getting messages that you are like meant to be receiving abundance, you have like abundance coming your way, and I just bumped the Tower card, so now it's standing in the upright position. We have explosive beginnings and release. So you have a new beginning happening here. One with, I mean, the word that really jumped off the paper there was stable. So you have this newfound sense of stability in your life and abundance, and you already may be feeling that. And where we left off in the last reading was abundance, which could include like financial or like material abundance. So of course I was thinking this was just gonna be open-ended, but then I drew that Nine of Pentacles that talks about financial stability. So for many of you, this is abundance that's coming in the form of like financial or material things, and it seems like, especially for those of you that came from my last reading, it seems like part of your growth right now has actually come from like outgrowing mindsets and like learning new ones, and learning this abundance mindset, and like feeling more ready to receive things in your life. And that doesn't mean that we didn't want to receive things before. They're just, I mean, the examples that are coming to mind here are like when you have that friend that you want to give a compliment to, and they'll immediately turn it around, or they'll be like, oh, this old thing, or, you know, oh, you know, I just do that all the time, or whatever, or they turn it around and try to give you a compliment instead. Like you can feel when people struggle to receive things. So it seems like you are starting to outgrow that, and you're moving into this new part of your journey where you're going to be receiving. And there may be some upheaval in that. And the phrase that's coming to mind for me is like the resurgence of old narratives. So you might experience this resistance at first to receiving, and that's okay, that's normal. But this is like a reminder that that doesn't mean that you're not worthy of receiving, or that it's not meant for you to receive. So it's just something to like kind of notice and observe and allow to like pass through you. Just kind of like the imagery I'm getting is like leaves in a stream. Like you can notice coming up for you. You can also noticing it passing you by. So I believe that's the encouragement here, is to allow what may come up for you in this experience of receiving, but not let that be an obstacle for you in receiving. And it looks like with this Ace of Cups, if you can see that, like it looks like you're going to be receiving from a lot of different places, a lot of different sources, this abundance. And it's going to be showing up in multiple places in your life. So I don't think this is just financial. I think you're just going to experience a lot of abundance in so many areas in your life right now, which is just incredible, because like you, for those who came from my last reading, but this may still resonate even if you didn't, like you have come from a lot of difficulty in your life, and this like relief period that you're coming into, where there seems to be, you know, an ebb in this like difficulty, some reprieve here. It's going to be followed by like very soon this abundance, and it's just like such an incredible thing. Like, you know, I'm like, I'm so excited for you that these things are turning in this direction for you. This Ten of Pentacles is kind of an interesting card. The symbolism actually jumps out from a previous reading that I've done, about being brought into this circle of light. I do want to pull up in the book. Let's see, Ten of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, the first thing that jumps up is stability. This is, I actually thought it said financial stability. It says familial stability. Let's see, represents a metaphorically or fiscally rich family life with strong ancestral respect. Okay. Wait a second. This is based off of, there's something here about like you're leaving a legacy, and there seems to be something, this diligent work seems to be related to your family. Like I'm hearing like breaking generational cycles. I'm kind of curious if Ace of Cups, new beginnings, good vibes, abundance. Interesting. So I wonder if there's like some connection here with you receiving, like your family receiving abundance, or a part of your abundance is going to be this family that you are being brought into, whether that's because you're starting a family, you're marrying into a family or you're just being brought into a soul family. And there's a chance that it might be because you're being brought into this soul family, my soul family, and the people that like I watch over and receive messages for. I do also want to bring this up too. Let's see, we have a Two of Swords. I'm hearing double the protection, which is kind of interesting. I can't remember the last time I've drawn Two of Swords, so I didn't have anything coming up for me here, but recognition. So this is a recognition. Oh my gosh, yeah. So I was asking for clarity on this Ten of Pentacles. This is recognition of the work that you've done. I don't know if it's because you're like breaking generational cycles, or if you are going to be you're going to be one of those people who is like the first in their family, the first generation in their family to move out of poverty, which is like, that's incredible. Like, there's a lot of newness here, a lot of new beginnings. It's like almost feels like not even a new chapter. It feels almost like a new book. Like I'm hearing second lease on life. Like you have, holy crap. Like things have already changed so much, and things are going to change so much. You're not even going to recognize your life. Oh, I'm getting like chills. Like if you went back in time, even just a couple months ago, and told yourself what your life looks like now, or is going to look like in the next, like in the near future, the past, you wouldn't even believe it because it feels like a whole new book. Wow. I'm just like, I'm just kind of speechless. I'm blown away. The only major arcana card we have is this Tower card that went from reverse to upright. And you have all of these cards clarifying this abundance that you're moving into and currently already beginning to see and feel. So it does feel significant that the only major arcana card that has come out has been the Tower. So it seems like there's something really relevant here. For some of you, I'm wondering if like I'm getting something about your higher purpose or like a career path here that might be related to this Tower reversal. Oh my gosh, it's like I'm hearing alchemizing your pain, your trials. Like you are you have figured out how to turn around the trials that you've had in your life and how to turn them into abundance and like love and light and helping people. So it may be your career, your higher purpose may be related to that, and that might be where you're getting your abundance and financial stability, or it's just like your spirit guide's way of celebrating you, like showering you with this abundance. It's like recognition for the difficulty that you've been through, and yep, I'm feeling that sense of undeserving, like trying to poke up its head right now. So there might be a part of you that might be thinking like, I don't need to, I don't know if I deserve like this, excessive outpouring of recognition and celebration and abundance and financial stability just because I've survived the hard things I've been through, as if that's not, you know, commendable. But this, you know, what's kind of interesting about that is like, I mean, that's like almost a step further from like the I need to earn something mentality. That's like a, doesn't matter whether or not I've earned it, there's like still this sense of like not deserving. Which is really interesting. I think there's something to be explored there, but I do actually want to kind of explore these additional cards that have come out. So, I mean, it's funny that I had just said that there haven't been any more major arcana cards that have come out, but now I have two of them. I have the Moon and the Fool in reverse, but I'll show you. So, this Fool in the reverse, the Fool is at the beginning of the major arcana, like symbolic of the beginning of the journey. So this reversal actually feels like it's symbolic of you not necessarily getting to the end of your journey, because it's not like your life is ending, but like it's like kind of like the hard part of your journey is over. We're moving into the I got another I got some hard chills, so another like spiritual confirmation that like the absolute hardest part of your journey has ended, and that doesn't mean that trials are over in life, but it means that like there's no longer going to be this extreme darkness or heaviness like you experienced before, and it does feel that feels connected to the family. So like there won't be the same heaviness and darkness because of your family, either because you have stronger ties with your family, or you're building your own family and that will be a source of support and light in your life, or to your soul family, that I'm hearing you're no longer alone. So trials won't feel the same anymore. Ooh, I got more chills. Wow. Okay, this has been such a powerful reading already. Like, and so is the last one. This is so cool. I do want to pull up in the book here. Oh, okay, yeah, so I was kind of curious about this Moon card, because I mean, it's not always like necessarily the most positive of signs, but what actually jumped out to me here was like this, like some confusion. So maybe you're experiencing some confusion about where this abundance is coming from, or how it's going to happen, how it's going to unfold. Like, I'm imagining for some of you that there is, I believe dragonflies are good luck, and that King of Swords. I think some of you, if you've gone through like such a long period of time of difficulty, may be wanting more clarity on how this abundance is going to happen for you. And I hate to be the one to tell you this, but, well, I don't actually hate it, but I don't think you're going to get a lot of clarity. I think you're just going to have to just see it when it happens. But I was hearing right before I started this reading that it's not like don't wait around for it to happen. We still want to like take these steps forward in the way that you're being prompted to. I'm going to pull this up to this King of Swords that came out. I am trying to be mindful of this reading just because I don't ever want to be one of those people that does readings where you're like, you're about to win the lottery. Like, I'm not trying to do anything clickbaity, you know? And of course, like, I can't promise just because you've seen this video that like this is exactly like what is going to happen for you, right? Like these messages are meant for certain people and are being shown to you for whatever reason, and I can't control that. So that's why I keep going back to the book, because I want to make sure I'm like telling you things as purely as possible, because I'm just meant to be like a microphone here. I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to dictate anything, and it feels extra important to be mindful of things like this where it's not just promising abundance. I mean, there's financial stability within these cards, and that prosperity and the material like blessings that are coming out of this. So I'm being mindful. Okay, so this King of Swords is like an encouragement of confidence. Proceed with confidence and resolve. Your qualifications are there. No need for imposter syndrome. Wow. Okay, which is encouraging. This card actually came out when I was discussing the moon card with you. So it feels like a and the star on the bottom of the deck again. Oh my gosh. Let's even pull that up. There's a few words in here that I really like that it gives for the star. Creativity, self-confidence, clarity, liberation, recovery. You are enjoying spiritual renewal and recovery, and you are now free to make something just as beautiful as you are. You are a brilliant being. Feel the harmony and altruistic support the universe has highlighted for you in this card. The fact that that's been on the bottom of the deck twice now in this reading, and I don't check the bottom of the deck very often, so it's just, there's no clearer way for these things to be communicated. There's no clear way. There's no clearer way. The cards could not be speaking any more clearly. So this King of Swords feels like a reassurance and encouragement to take confidence in the messages you've been receiving, you know. And I keep hearing like this concern that I have of like, I don't want to be promising something that might not be for somebody. But that's not my job to control who sees things and what is meant to be shared. It's my job to just be a microphone and communicate what needs to be shared so it can get in front of whoever needs to hear it, you know. So you might also be feeling some doubt in here, and if this message is meant for you, I mean, it's okay that there's doubt, but there's really no need. There's no need. There's a lot of light in these cards. A lot of light. A lot of gold, which also feels very symbolic. Okay, let's see. I might move to an oracle, but let's see if the tarot cards have anything else that they would like to share. Before I move on, I mean, we've already gotten, let's see, what is this, like 7 or 8 cards out of here? We've already gotten a lot out of this. Just in case the cards have anything else they want to say. I don't think so. I'm actually getting that has communicated everything it's needed to. And the Knight of Cups, for some reason I felt the need to check the bottom again. The Knight of Cups. feels like you're at the end of your emotional journey. I think this actually came up at the end. It came up at the end of the last one too. Interesting. Follow your intuition to expertly outmaneuver obstacles and bolster those around you through steady encouragement. Something about that being at the bottom of the deck and being at the end of this last reading also feels significant here. Like, you're gonna get through this, and you've gotten through things, and you're gonna get through this experience of moving into abundance, and like, you're going to bolster those around you through steady encouragement. I'm not sure if I can fully put this into words. I hope you are receiving what is meant to be shared here. This shift that you'll experience moving into abundance. You're gonna be encouraging people. Maybe not even like going out of your way to encourage people, but just by the people around you seeing you like moving into this new phase in your life and receiving all of these blessings, like, it will be encouraging to the people around you. That's cool. That feels so inspiring. Okay. I feel complete enough with these tarot cards. I did want to shuffle this, what's called the fantasy one? No, Citadel. Citadel. I'm probably saying that wrong. A fantasy oracle. These cards are like a pretty straight shooter type of deck. So they don't really the pathless. So what I was saying was they don't really like give you the rosy colored version of things. Not that it's always necessarily negative. Perseverance and faith was left in the box. Oh my gosh, guys, this is like, the first card that I pulled out was the pathless, the difficult decisions and lack of direction. And what was left in the box is the priest, perseverance and faith. That feels significant here. Like when you put away your faith, you feel pathless. Decisions become more difficult. You don't feel like you have direction. Your direction comes from your faith. Interesting. Okay. All right. What else do you have to share with us? In this time of moving to abundance, self-expression and strength, with the dancer and the musician, inspiration and gratitude. This does feel symbolic here that it's the dancer and the musician, that you have these like beautiful, enjoyable aspects of life with music and dancing. I don't want to say they're frivolous, because I do feel like those are like the parts of life that like bring a lot of healing and joy and fulfillment, but they're not like the first things you think of when you think of like things that we need in life, like shelter and food, right? That it feels like it is really bringing back in this sense of celebration, for some of you, I think that this might actually be literal, like that music and dancing or movement are meant to be a part of your life right now. Especially if you've been feeling called to that. It feels like there's significance there. I'm not sure how much I'm going to get on that, because I think those are for like individual people. So some of you, this might be significant. This might just be your sign of other messages you've already been receiving around your music or your dancing, if that's meant to be shared, or if you're meant to start into those things. I like the inspiration here. I already said how this feels very inspirational. Maybe this is connected back to that King of Cups. We are going to be encouraging people. Because this musician is also inspiration and gratitude. There's a lot of gratitude. Oh, wow. Okay, so these 3 cards actually just literally flew out of the deck. Let's see. Awaker. Here, I'll show you the Waker. Awareness and reflection. The Queen. I hope that the camera focuses on these things, or this is just kind of silly that I'm doing it, but just in case you can't see it. There's the Waker, the Queen. Mentorship and finances. Determination and sacrifice. Yeah, this does feel, the Queen feels related to this Tower card that we were working with earlier. This Queen card is symbolic of like the sacrifices that are made to get to that point of being the Queen, of being royalty, and a lot of determination to get there and like stay grounded through leading. And like it feels, that feels really significant there too. Oh, another card fell out of the deck. Seizing the moment. The Thief. This card always kind of confuses me when I have it come up in readings, just because it doesn't feel like it usually fits the message. I want to pull up what it says. 112. See if it'll help me put some more context here. The thief makes their own destiny, and so do you. Grab that opportunity the next time it arises. Don't let should and could stop you from gaining fulfillment. Life is short, and sometimes you need to put yourself first. So maybe this is another nod to like the resistance that some of you may be feeling to receiving. And these like, this patron card might just be echoing the finances. I am newer to this deck. So I don't feel like I fully understand everything it communicates every time here. So maybe some of these things are just going to be giving you an indicator. I also want to pull up here this Waker and see if it'll give me some more 50. The Waker is a keeper of knowledge, the one who sees all with an unblinking eye. They see everything that happens in the world and all that will come to pass, but are blinded from self-understanding. Right now, it's important to practice awareness of your surroundings. Current events and the lives of those around you can be overwhelming, but you're only ever seeing part of the story. The ability to think critically and ask key questions is an important skill. Be perceptive about the situations happening around you. Trust your own gut before acting. Inner and outer events are connected. Ooh, that last sentence feels especially potent right there. Like, this abundance is connected to this inner work. The inner work that you've done is bringing in this abundance, this frequency that you're on. It is drawing it in. So it doesn't even need to be a question of deserving. This is what is meant for you. I mean, it's like questioning, is this puzzle piece meant to be in this puzzle? That's not even a question you ask, because it fits there. The puzzle pieces also seem really relevant here. It seems like maybe I don't think I have the whole picture here, and I don't know that I will. And I think some of that's because I obviously can't receive everything for you. And also, I don't know that you have the whole picture yet either. And that might be another connection back to this discomfort of not knowing where this abundance is coming from. I feel like, okay, let's see if there's anything else that this deck might want to share. I wonder if this mentorship, if you are going to have a mentor in your life, or if you are going to be a mentor. Interesting. So the Sailor card just came out. New influences, wanderlust. I think you might be the mentor. And I think you're going to be influencing new people, not just the people in your life. I think this might not speak to all of you, this part of this. I think this part is just more for the niche part of this little soul family here. I think some of you are meant to use these internal experiences to mentor people, to be a light to people. And I don't know if that's related to the abundance or not. Like if because I'm getting a feeling it might mean that that's where some of you might be receiving this financial stability and abundance. So like that could indicate that this is like a higher purpose, a career path. But I kind of hesitate with career path because I'm getting it could be like, almost like a therapist, right? How people will experience difficulty and then choose to pursue the therapist career path to help other people and make, goodness and light come out of the darkness that they experienced. So that might apply to some of you, but for some of you, it might also be something that's less traditional than a career path and still bring some financial stability and abundance. This part, like I said, use your intuition. That specific niche portion of this higher purpose or career path might not be for you. Okay, I feel like that's everything I wanted out of that deck, but I do want to draw one parting card from the Green Witches, the Feel Good deck, the Loving deck. Let's see, 3 cards. I love this moss agate. I'm so biased because I love agates and I love moss. And I love moss agates. We have positivity and change. Yeah, this evolution. This is a more final stage of your evolution. I mean, we might even be getting to this point now where it seems like you're coming out of your chrysalis. You're turning into a butterfly. The hedge, potential boundaries and indecision. So, seems like there might be a fork in your path. Yeah, it seems like there's a decision that might be coming for you, because I thought maybe at first this was like indicating that you could have chosen to go the light path or the dark path with all the darkness you went through, but I think this is a future decision. Potential boundaries and indecision. Balance. There's a choice here. A choice to receive this abundance. Because you don't have to. Which feels like an odd thing to say, because you would think that people would just want to choose to receive it, but I guess it might be because of that resistance that you might choose to just resist it. That feels important right there. Think about that, guys. Okay, last one is cauldron. Creation, opportunity, and caring. This feels nourishing. Like a big pot of soup. Yeah, it seems like there's going to be a lot of beauty and creation that comes out of these difficulties that you've experienced. For some of you, if this higher purpose and career path, that part of the message, if that was relevant for you, it might be because of this creation, these opportunities. Wow, there's a lot to unpack here. This is incredible. Like, there's so much goodness coming your way. There's so much beauty that's happening after so many ugly things that have happened in your life. And I just keep thinking, like, if anybody's deserving, of course lots of people are deserving of goodness, you know, everybody's deserving of goodness, but if anybody's deserving, especially deserving, it's somebody like you who's gone through such difficulty and is coming out the other side with light and love in their heart. So I hope that you can receive that. I mean, I'm feeling a lot of peace and warmth. Yeah, I wish there were better words to describe feelings. Yeah, it's feeling very warm and peaceful, loving. Yeah, warm, cozy. That's as much as I can really describe. Yeah, there's so much goodness here for you. And I'm feeling at a loss of words. I think I've done this as much justice as I can. I'm really proud of you. You have stayed such a beautiful, sweet soul through such difficult things, and that's really commendable. Not everybody chooses to do that, and you did. So I hope that you choose to receive this abundance and this goodness in your life, this prosperity, the financial even. Yeah. Well, I want to send you off with love, and as always, let me move my cards. I'm gonna send you with a big hug, and you don't have to receive it. You can totally reject that if you don't want it. And I'm feeling some encouragement here for you to go take care of yourself. Make yourself a cup of tea. Do something to fill your own cup. Yeah. Okay, well, I love you all so much, and I'm so, so grateful for you, and I'm grateful to be here and to have such a special responsibility to watch over you all, and to give you all these messages. And I'm sure you can hear my dog woofing in her sleep. I think she's also communicating, confirming these messages. All right, this was another long one, so go take some time to stretch, take care of yourself, and I will see you all again soon. Send you with lots of love.